Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's a pleasure, it's an honor to be out here in nature as usual and bring this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover your identity, to be your divinity. Now, with that being said, I want to speak to you concerning Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia who was Neville Goddard's mentor, and how he taught Neville Goddard to be the perceiver, or he taught him the secret of the perceiver. And so I want to speak to you concerning Abdullah, the perceiver. Now, when you come to realize that you are the perceiver, beholding your perception, you will come to realize that everything exists in the human imagination. Also, you will come to realize that everything without, it is within. Also, you will also come to discover that what you're seeing is a projection of that which is within. Therefore, the key to life is to always look inwardly to discover your Savior, to discover that you are the Lord and Master of your own destiny, and that you can create your reality consciously, because it is your own thoughts that is creating your reality. Therefore, you have to hold yourself responsible for the thoughts that you allow in your mind. Now, when you come to realize that you are the perceiver, and everything that you see outside of yourself is the perception, then you will understand that imagination creates reality. Then you will realize that everything that you see, it was first a thought. It was first imagined. It was first an idea in someone's mind. The whole world is working for money, but money was first a thought. It was first an idea. It was first a perception in the mind of the perceiver. And so, when you're told that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, it is teaching you that everything that is visible, it was first invisible. And that there's an invisible substance. And that you must put action to the perception you hold of the invisible substance. And when you put action to your meditation, or to your perception, or that which you perceive, you are in creation mode. And then there will be an impregnation, and that impregnation will bring forth a manifestation. That's the reason why Abdullah told Neville, there's no such a thing as a small or a little pregnancy. If you're pregnant, you're pregnant. Wait for the manifestation. Wait for the birth to bring the evidence. That is why I always say that results don't lie. And Abdullah showed Neville the results even before Neville went through the entire experience of traveling to Barbados without money, and you're told to come and buy milk and honey without money. When you understand that money is energy, you will also understand that you have in you the creative power to achieve your every desire. And when you get to understand how to manipulate the elements, which is earth, wind, water, fire, and knowing that you are a spirit having a human experience, then you will come to realize that you can actually create your world whichever way you want to create your world. But you have to know who you are. You have to know your true identity, which is your divinity. That's the reason why, my brother and my sisters, Abdullah taught Neville Goddard how to live above the laws of Caesar and live according to the universal laws that governs the universe and all of humanity. So for example, when you look all around you, you're seeing abundance. And the abundance that you're seeing around you is the evidence that you are an abundant being. Therefore, it is your birthright to live in abundance, because it is your natural state of being. Because you are the perceiver beholding the perception. Now, everyone know about the aeroplane. Everyone know about the automobile. But the reason why there is an aeroplane and there's an automobile, it is because there was one who understood that he is the perceiver beholding the perception. And though the perception would have not come into that place of manifestation, he believed in the law of action. So there's a law of action. So in order to create, you have to understand that everything starts from invisible to visible. Therefore, you will be more responsible for your thoughts. You're going to be more mindful of how you think and the things that you say, because you come to realize that a word is a thought expressed. Therefore, you would also realize that based on the perception you hold of yourself would mean that what you would speak of yourself. So when a person say that they are broke and that they are poor, it is because of the perception that they are holding of their self. It is because of the way they see themselves. So a person can be of a slavish mentality, or they can be one that feeding from the law of liberty. So there's a law of liberty that's gonna make you free. And there's a law of mental slavery, where you're thinking that everything that is happening outside of you was not created by you. Now, man is not the victim of circumstances. Circumstances are the creatures of man, showing you that you are the perceiver beholding the perception, teaching you that you are the one who is creating your personality. Therefore, if you change your mentality, you'll be able to change your personality. That's the reason why you're told that you must not be conformed to a certain mentality like the world or like what the masses go after, because everyone been caught in conformity. But that you must be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So when you renew your mind, you change your environment. You change your lifestyle. Everything around you will change. Your world will change when you change your thinking. So your thinking is what is creating all of your realities in life. So in order to move from a state of being an employee to an employer, you have to change your mentality. In order to move from a state of poverty into prosperity, you have to change your mentality, because there are infinite states, and you can always fall into these infinite states of mind or states of consciousness. So when you change your state of consciousness, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind. Because from the time you come from your mother womb, there's a program set out to infiltrate your subconscious mind. And whatever program you receive, that is what your subconscious mind will download. And that will follow you for the rest of your life unless you reprogram your subconscious mind, unless you change your thinking. So all of the experience that Neville shared that he had with Abdullah, it is because Abdullah realized that he, Abdullah, was the perceiver beholding the perception. So my brother and my sisters, when you come to realize that you are the perceiver beholding the perception, and that everything that was created it was first imagined, then you will come to understand that God is man's human imagination, which is the creator in everyone. Then you will also come to understand that there is only one universal consciousness. Then you will also understand that the trees are giving off oxygen, and you are inhaling that oxygen and you're exhaling carbon dioxide. And then you will understand oneness. Then you will understand also that whatever is taking place in your life would mean whether you are in alignment with nature or if you are out of alignment. So when people refer to certain countries as, say, third world countries, it is because the people who live in those parts, their mentality or the way they were taught or their belief system have them out of alignment with the rest of nature. Because nature itself teaches you that you are a being of abundance, that you can achieve anything. Once you set your mind to it and you can see it in your mind's eye, and you can believe in the power within you to be your God self, your higher self, your creative self, and you align with the sun, because the sun is what powers all of humanity. Therefore, you will come to realize that when you look inwardly, you will discover your creativity, you will discover your ability, you will discover your purpose. And when you discover your purpose, you will understand the wall of Caesar. And you will live above the wall of Caesar because you will understand mind power. And when you understand mind power, you actually understand the Creator. And you would not look outside of yourself for a creator. You would not look in the sky for a creator, but you would look within yourself. And you would declare, I am that I am. I am whatever I believe myself to be. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And that was the lesson Abdullah wanted us to convey to Neville Goddard and to all of humanity. That you are the perceiver, beholding the perception. And when you come to the full understanding that you are the perceiver, beholding the perception, then you will realize that you can call those things that be not as though they were. Then you would realize that prosperity, abundance, all these things, that they are your birthright. And the only one that is robbing you is you. And the perception that you hold of yourself will determine your reality. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I just want to thank you very much. I want to say to you, if this is the first time that you're listening to me and what I'm saying, if it's resonating with you, then it is for you. Because it is said that it's only when the student is ready that the teacher would appear. Therefore, if you would like for me to teach you or mentor you, you can check out my Patreon. I have a plan there for you. And I can guarantee you without a shadow of a doubt that you would be successful if you learn to follow the instructions that I would give to you. Because what I'm teaching you is not theory. It is true experience. And it's true experience why I'm here. That's the reason why I always give you the symbol of the single eye. And saying to you that according to Matthew 6:22, it says, if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. I'm saying to you, when you have this experience, you come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N. And that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. And that the sun parallels the human imagination and the human imagination parallels the sun. That's the reason why I always give you the symbol of the single eye. Saying to you that when you have the experience, you will awake within yourself like a fiery being, and you will hear the unearthly wind. And then you will exit your crown chakra or your skull, the place of Golgotha, and you will become invisible. Then you will be sent to tell humanity the story of the invisible and point them how to discover their invisible self. That's the reason why I always say to you, without the sun, as in the S-U-N, there is no life and there is no light, for the sun is the giver of all life. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. So the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. And you're told in Psalms 84:11 that the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. Therefore, you would realize that when they tell you of a S-O-N of 2,000 years ago, that it's a lie. And it is an image they're giving to you to worship, to keep you in mediocrity. Also, in Malachi 4:2, you're told that the sun, as in the S-U-N, of righteousness shall arise in you with healing in his wings. And my brother and my sisters, whatever the sun shines upon, it brings forth in abundance. Therefore, my encouragement to you is to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your sun power, your God power, your creative power, to achieve your every desire. And then you will experience what Abdullah experienced. And then you would realize this message, that you are the perceiver, beholding the perception. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.